Hey everybody, Carol Siddle here with Pink Dragon JJ. A very good Sunday morning to everybody. Let me see. It's early. My cat, Parker, who I'm very attached to, decided that he was going to get out last night. So he spent the whole night outside, so... Oh, crazy cat. I was worried about him, which I shouldn't be because he knows where he lives now. He knows his woods. He knows to get home. There's really no, because they're doing a lot of building still in the neighborhood, so there's no like coyotes or any animals like close to here because the noise really scares him off. But still, I don't like him outside at night. But the little, quite frankly, he's a butthead. He's beautiful. He loves me. He cuddles. But he can be such a butt when he wants to make up his mind. He normally sleeps in the garage. Had him in the garage. And my daughter came home and opened the garage and out he went. So I tried a couple times. I think the last time was around 12:30 a.m. And I said, okay, you're sleeping outside tonight. So I'm normally an early riser anyhow, but I woke up at 7. I said, well, I'll just check, go out there and call. And I did, and I called him, and he just came running. Let me in, let me in, let me in. So it's easier to get fed by me than to try to catch his own food. So he's in, he's back in the garage, because that's where his box is, and that's where he likes to sleep. How weird it is. He's got all these carpets in the house. Well, not a lot because it's mostly hardwood, but he's got my bed to sleep on. But no, where does he like to sleep? Under my daughter's car. That's his favorite spot, right by her front tire. So we always have to be careful before we back the car out that he's not under there, which he's not, you know. We're very careful. But anyhow, so it was quite the adventure last night. So this is my newest journal. It felt good, peeps. I mean, it felt good to do a journal. I haven't done a whole journal in a long time with everything that was going on. So it's been literally months since I have started and completed a journal. So I still have to get a tie for it. It's a biggie. My journals always end up biggies no matter what I try to do. But she is a beauty. And it's 2 signatures, material cover. Isn't that pretty? I love this material. And this is from Armor Fabriques. Her little snippets. I've cut these. I mean, they come in all sizes. And they're cheap, but they're so much fun. These are from Canta Quilts or Saris. I got some Sari silk. So it's a lot of fun to work with them. And this is the first time I've like really used them a lot in a journal. But I'm calling this pretty one Boho Poppies. And that's a beautiful poppy on the front. And I did seal it. So the picture has been sealed. It's got Canta Quilt under it. And you can see that they have the Canta stitching. And I took the little squares. And that's how I did my ruffle down the side. And then I made tabs cutting up pieces of the Canta Quilts. And then there's the back one. Aren't those pieces gorgeous? Just gorgeous. So I'm gonna make sure I'm centered here. I think I am. And I'm just gonna do a little flip through. This is for sale. If you're interested in purchasing it, you can private message me at cool.nana53@gmail.com. I'll have a link down in my description. So here we go. And let's get started. I believe this is 8, 40, 56 pages, no, 56, good Lord, I can't even think today. I'm still working on my coffee. Let's see, so it's, oh my gosh, I can't do the math in my head today. It's 48 pages per signature, so 96, there we go, 96 pages. So we're gonna get started. I didn't put anything in the front. I will probably stick this belongs to label here. And if somebody wants to add a pocket to the front, that's up to them. I fabric tacked these on, so they're not gonna go anywhere. And Book of Poppies, and I'll put down the links down below where I got my digis from. But it's called the Book of Poppies, or Boho Poppies, because there's a lot of boho. And I did little ruffles on each signature. So here we go. I'm having to hold it because she is a beast. I might be able to get just a tad closer in. There we go. Okay, here's the canted quilt, and I just put a little snippet there. And I made a bunch of quotes that have to do with poppies, so you'll see those scattered throughout. And I used Artie Mae's and Tracy Fox's tags, mostly. I made some of my own, like my own tags from scrap materials, but mostly used theirs. Some are stitched, some aren't. It's whatever I felt like doing. So we've got that there, and there's one of those beautiful pages. And I didn't realize that poppies come in many, many colors, which I thought was very interesting. And this is a little, like library Rolodex card. And I stamped on some material here, my little bunny, little boho-ish looking tag. And I put a picture of a poppy behind here before I put the backing on. So I thought that came out kind of cool. A little tuck spot here. And some sari silk around. Stamp the butterfly, added buttons. I got this new stamp set, y'all, that I just love it. Let me see here. It's from Stampers Anonymous. I don't know if you can see with the light, but I just love these big numbers and letters and alphabet. So if you get a chance to get this, Tim Holtz, I think I got it on sale on Ranger.com. I have found a couple things. I have found that if I get my ink pads, my vintage photo directly from Ranger, it's not I keep saying I guess I'm not awake enough, but the inks are juicier if I get it directly from them, because I do think some of the sites that sell it on Amazon, because I've run into this before, what they sell is like refurbished vintage photo, and they just seal it back up. Because I've gotten a couple that dried out like within days. So, and the pads came off. So, clear sign, it's been used. So I don't like to get it from anywhere but Ranger. And also I got this ink, this from Ranger Archival Ink Cleaner, and I love it. And let me tell you what, it gets the ink off your stamp pads like nothing I've ever seen. It has a dauber on it, so you just shake it up, daub it on directly to the ink, to the pad, and then you can just, I don't have one of those little scrub boards, or you can just, I just take a wipe and wipe it and let it set for a few minutes, and it's like it's brand new. Anyhow, just like to pass on things that I find that are helpful. And here's a pretty little poppy princess. And these are some pages. I put a lot of pages in here from my my DIY Country Wisdom Know-How book. So here, Love Yourself More. Then I've got a big tag in here, and this one's like a bow, like a collage of Kanta materials and boho trims. I got those from Armor Fabrics too, from Selena. I call her Lena. At Armor Fabrics. I tell you what, and when she has sales, and she usually does them, oh, hold on a second while I get this back in here. She does them quite often. Great way to get stuff from her. Okay, so I got that there. And here's another. This is the same material that's on the cover. And I had some old flower, when I went to the mountains, I found a couple old flower magazines, 1955 and 1956. And this is a couple of the pages from there. Absolutely hysterical to read it. Just fun stuff. One was like a garage door opener, and it was like this big deal. It was like, brand new way electronically to get into your garage. And it was just like hilarious to read the ad. I'm like, oh my gosh, it was such a big deal. I never really thought about that, you know. This is, can't remember if this is Tracy Fox or not. There's one of those stamps I use right there. And then there's something in here, but I'm not going to take, you can just take this off. And I did it, oh, little thread with the little, take this out, you can see it. Some trim that I got. I'm pretty sure I got this from Emily. Emily, pretty sure came from Emily. Vintage Polka Dot Shop on Etsy. And this has got little thingies in it. And the Poppy, these came from Fabri. Oh my gosh. I'll think of it. I'll put it down in the description. And there's another stamp set that I have. I just stamped it on there. And this, I found that it is very easy to print on vellum paper. And I love to do that. So this is printed on, I just folded the vellum in half. So half of the envelope is on this side, and then the other half is on the other side. And I put some of those vintage, a good plan for a narrow lot. Looks like Florida to me. Oh my gosh. What was it? Let me see, 1,028 square feet total. Could be California, because it's definitely somewhere that it's warm because of the jalousie windows. Oh my gosh, but they're so much fun to read. And then it's got the poppies on the front. A pretty picture I found. Here we go, we got this pretty little girl. And another, I think this is like a stencil or gingerbread house from that Country Wisdom book. And another one tells about the poppies. And this is just a collage page, but there's, and these are just different stamps and washi tape that I had, that I put on here. That was fun to do. And this was a printout too. And I just put a sticker onto the material here. Look how beautiful these pages are, these poppy pages. Just a little, and these are all, you know, the Artie Mays, because they're all different sizes. And I love these big numbers. This is a dual pocket. Got the little poppy here. And then this one I covered with some, this actually came from Armor Fabrics too. And I just covered that with the material. It's got the pretty fairy back there. And this is one of Selena's trims. Actually, that might be Sheila at Boho Daydreams. I just love these pages. I didn't really put a lot of stuff on some of the really big pictures because they're just so pretty. It didn't need anything. It already kind of has it. And this is just a plain page here for journaling. And I did a, let's see if we can get that off there. It's a card from Project Life card. And I just decorated the front of it because I like the flowers that were already in the background. And just put a little piece of material there as the center of the flower. So that was fun. Collect beautiful moments. And that's true. Collect beautiful moments. Oh, it's a little, because this one's sewn around it. I don't want to get the edge of the paper. There we go. And here's just a little belly band. I used a big ticket to make the belly band. Has a little tab on it. And this was a piece of, I think this is from Gail Augustinelli. Pretty sure it was Gail's Digi that I did that from. So, and this made a tag here. And added just a bowl pen and a little, I guess, tag, name, a bet, whatever. Here we go. This is isn't that beautiful blue poppy? Added some blue lace. And then this has like a little booklet in it just for writing notes, whatever you want to do. So get down in there. This is a fat booger. Maybe if I put something under, but I'm trying to hold it as best I can. And here's a little tuck spot, another blue poppy. I love this with the fairy and the bird and the little mushroom house. I love the little ladybug sweeping up the floor. And then all the poppies. I thought she was so cute. She's leaning on the flower there. And this I just added some butterflies. I already had the flowers. I just added, see that butterfly's actually on the paper, but I just added these pretty butterflies. That's the center of the first one, and then here's the little boy leaning on the flowers over here. This, isn't that pretty? That's one of the snippets. I added some vining. Can you see it in there? Little spots, just to kind of decorate it up. Made a pretty tag with some of the trim that I got. And I tell you, you can do a lot with these trims and the cantic quilts. You can, and they're, I've bought several of her cantic quilts. They're great for going to the beach or the lake or wherever it is you want to go. And this is done with those stamps I was showing you. Just add something to the page. And here we have a little fabric flip. So we got this, and I added a piece of the trims that I got from her. And there's a pretty little picture underneath. The little girl on a piece of the cantic quilt. I just added a few things. And talks more about the poppies. I just love these pages. I just love them. And then here is, it's actually a fairy poppy princess. Her dress is all wings of poppy. Added some of the trim up here, and actually poked out the center and just used it to put my ribbon through, and then made the pocket from that trim. Isn't that gorgeous? Just love that. And I added that piece. Page. And you're more than, you know, whoever gets this, it's their journal. So you can write on it, you can draw on it, you can do mixed media on it. Journals, you can do anything in a journal. It's your journal. You know, you can put memories in here, pictures in here. I've seen people do all kinds of things. I have a young niece. She is 21. So she's still a baby, but she just doesn't think she is yet. But she is. Who just recently came up with her boyfriend to see me because I haven't seen her. She was not able to make my son's service because they were coming up, but then she got very, very, very sick. It was not COVID. She just got pneumonia, like regular pneumonia, but it was real sick. She's a tiny little thing. And so she was in the hospital, and she was just mortified that she had missed his service because she was real close to my son. That's his cousin. So it was fun to see her. And she was one of the people that I first made a journal for. Very boho, very gypsy boho, because that's kind of her. And her boyfriend was telling me, she's been seeing him for 2 years now, how much she loves that journal. And it just, because that makes my heart happy when I know people, when they get them, that they're loving them and using them, because that's what they're for. And I know I have a couple people that have bought several journals from me that are more like a collector, which is great. I mean, if that's what you want to do and you don't want to touch it and you don't want to write in it, you just want to collect. Some people are collectors, but I like to know that it makes my heart happy when I know people are actually using them, because I can always make them another one. I do custom journals, so, if you want something specific, you just PM me and boom, I'll get started on it. But anyhow, she loves it and uses it, but she'll put like concert tickets and stuff like that in it, and she just loves it. So, moving on. I love the Tim Holtz little girls. And she's just precious, and she looks so boho. I don't know if that's boho or more like Swedish. I can't really tell by her outfit, but she is what she is. And here we've got, this was an envelope. And where did I get? I forgot where I got those from. Somewhere in here. Let's see. I got these envelopes. You can use any. You can use ones you get in the mail. These came from SM Tiffany Lane on Etsy. I like this, and there's a whole packet of them, and it was not expensive at all. I like to support small business. I try to do as much as I can where I can get it, my supplies from small business owners. And I just did some stamping here. And this is there's the tag. And this is just one of Gail's digis. A little card there. The world is but a canvas for imagination. And this is like what was on the bottom of the other tag, and I just folded it in half. World is but a canvas. And these, there we go. So, this was just some paper that I got. I think it was in like, sometimes I want something different than what I would buy, because you get where, now maybe it's just me, but I get where I find myself buying the same types of paper, a certain look to the paper, but sometimes I'm like, okay, I need to step out of the box and just get something different, and I'll buy packages of scrap paper from another journal maker. I get stuff from Diane Shaw at My Old Barn Door, or Shawcraft Run on YouTube. But I think her Etsy is My Old Barn Door. And she'll sell this sometimes when she's done. She'll just sell packs of, and there's all kinds of little goodies in there. And there was this page of this German, I think it's German. It looks German. I'm pretty sure. And I just loved it. And it's really heavy, so it worked good. to make. And I try to back all my cards with coffee dye paper from Missy Malie. Here's the other side of that vellum where I printed on the vellum. The only thing is, be sure when you print it to just wait a few minutes before you take it off. You want that ink to dry. But this is just a inkjet printer. Worked great. Why not? And there's a collage page, and you can write on your ticket or wherever. And this is Moina Bell Michael. She is known as the Poppy Lady, and I think she's American and moved to Canada because poppies are a sign of remembrance, and I guess there's some sort of, I don't know if it's World War II or maybe it's called Armistice Day. I'm not sure, but it's some sort of big, huge memorial service they have in Canada and Britain, and like everything's decorated in poppies. Just, I mean, everywhere. And they wear poppy, little poppy, paper poppies. Just say that 10 times. Paper poppies, paper poppies. I just cracked myself up on their jackets or their coats. But she's the one that started the whole thing. And they call her the Poppy Lady. She was always known. She started when she was, you know, younger, of course. And this is her older. But she was known as the Poppy Lady. I thought that's really cool. There's a little card. Altered flashcard. I get all my flashcards at Goodwill. I'm telling you what, you go in the children's section, whatever, or where they got the notebooks and stuff, there's always flashcards. And I don't think I've ever paid more than a $1 bundle of flashcards. And they're the perfect size for little journal cards. And there's just a decorated page. This is actually, yeah, it's a belly band, but it's also so big. This is all decorated up. It's actually got a little card on the front, but it opens up. And there you go. I added the dog on her, with her. Isn't that cute? I thought everybody should have a doggy. So there's that. And this is from Crafty Boo Bro on Etsy, his papers. I just love the colors and how he did those. And this was made from a folder, a file folder. So it was already ready to go. Let me turn this a little bit. Make sure I'm still in. Yep, still in. I'm still getting used to my desk and the placements of stuff. But I managed to make a whole journal, start to finish, on this little desk. I was real pleased and happy it worked out well. I had to get shelves put up and do a little reorganizing, but it worked. And here we go, just a little altered Project Life card. And this one, I just left that one. I don't know why, but I did. I didn't want to put anything on the front. Lots of writing space. There's those stamps again. And there is the end of the first signature. And I just love this. I thought it just with the poppy red. I like to put stuff on the end of my journals. Y'all have probably noticed that. All my journals have something on the end that hangs down. Pretty much all my journals. Shouldn't say all, just in case I do one that doesn't. I don't say, you said, so. Okay. Here we've got more poppy information. And just, I thought she was so pretty. And just added a little thing there. This picture there's nothing underneath, so there's plenty of writing room. But this, she came off Pinterest. Take a breath. Head of the butterfly. I just thought that was a gorgeous picture. Oh, another page. I think she came off Pinterest too. Here's that poppies are a symbol of remembrance. And it's a little fairy girl. And I just added one of the poppies from that silk. But I like how her eyes look over the top of the folder there. And this is from the Wizard of Oz. I just printed it on copy dye paper. There's a little papers. These in the background, those are for Mrs. Coggs. Her Christmas digis. You can use them for anything. I like the colors in them. And that's, I think that's from these. The label here is actually, I got like blank labels. Can't remember where I got them from. I can note that, but the labels just print out blank. So I just printed a poppy print over them and then cut them out, and they came out all decorated. That was cool. And then here is these three guys just hanging out. I can't tell if they're gangsters. They look like they're kind of up to no good. And then here's this. Lots of ribbons hanging. I believe. Like pink poppies. So she goes with the pink poppy field here. I didn't even know poppies came in pink. Which pink is my favorite color, so. And then this is a cigar box label. I thought she was really pretty. And some more papers in here. I'm not gonna pull everything out. And this I love. Being an artist is the same as being a wizard, only instead of a wand, you use a pencil for your magic. Pencil, pen, your hands, whatever. I just love that quote. And there's another altered card. Excuse me. I'm getting a drink of my coffee here. And a lot of these I left when I cut them. I left it very organic. And I added buttons here. Another page. Wizard of Oz. Got that off of Pinterest. This is a magazine picture. And this was actually, these were thank you cards. And I just altered them. They came, oddly enough, I'm not sure why, but when I got my bed, I got one of those adjustable beds. And was it the bed that I got? No, it was the headboard. Excuse me, it was the headboard I got. There was like 4 thank you cards, so I used them and altered them. I'm like, oh, thank you. Warm Vimera. So I just altered them so you can write in there and do what you want to do. A little snippet here I made. Just added lace to this because it had that little bit of lace in there. And this is Rita Flip with the vellum tag with some pretty colors. This is a vellum envelope and has some stuff in here. And this is, I'll show you. Y'all, you need to check out Goodwill stores and secondhand stores. I found a whole box of vellum envelopes. A whole box for $1, 50 of them. And I love using those. And I just folded this. The other half, I opened it up and used it on another side. You'll see it. That's just a little snippet. Pretty picture there. And there's a vellum belly band. These have little bitties down in here, little bitties. So I like to call them little bitties because I liked her. I didn't want to cover her up. Here we have another one of those tags, and whoever gets it can put whatever date they want in there. Because you know, it might be somebody's birthday or anniversary or something. They might want to write that on the tag. So there's that, and then there's this. This is from Cicely Barker, who wrote the book on fairies. And I just added some wings to her. I thought she was so cute. And a little lavender thing, so that actually fits behind there. This is, I've got 2 sets of digis in here, so I'll be sure to know who they're from. Flower of the month, Poppy, August. And real quick little story. When I started out to do the journal, this little boy here, just added the tag. Ordinary people can do extraordinary things. When I started out to do this, I was going to do all kinds of flowers. That was my original thought. I'm just going to do something different because I've done so many farm journals lately. I'm like, okay, I'm a little farmed out. I'll do more because I love doing them, but I did 3 in a row and I'm like, okay, I just need to do something else. So I wanted to do flowers, and then I'm like, well, I love poppies. Let's do a poppy journal. And I said, okay, I'll do a poppy journal. I talk to myself a lot. If you haven't gotten that already, I do talk to myself. I said I'd do a poppy journal. And when I was researching the poppies and printing off the quotes and all that, I found out that poppies is the flower of the month for August. My son was born on August 15th, and I had no idea that that was his flower. And I'm like, okay. So I'm convinced that he put it in my head to do poppies because it was his flower. So it made it real special for me. And then here is another flip with another little altar library card in it. And it's got that, and that's another digi. I don't know if that's Kale's or not. But she's on there, and then there's plenty of room for writing. I think this is probably one of my favorite pages. I keep saying, sorry, it's early. This folds out. Oh, this is one of those, this is the envelope for one of the thank you cards. I just drew lines on the page. The first couple I don't think are very straight, but that's okay. It's very organic. It's very me. This has a little pretty little blue poppy in it. And then I made a little tag here. And I cut out hearts from the Cantic Quilts. Do your best, never give up, hold on tight to your dreams. And that is true. And then on this side, I made a heart. And just listen to your heart, it will show you the way. And just drew that down. That was really fun. And I just love how it turned out. And here we go. Okay, now we're getting on the other side here. This one, get a hold of it. Hold the paper. It's a biggie. Just added some bling to the top. Cute little fairy down here. I love the way she's just popping her face. It's kind of like she's looking in a window. And some poppies behind her. And that's a piece of scrapbook paper that I had. And just kind of gotta to get this back in. Just lift that up a little bit, and then it'll slide right in. Okay, here's the other side of that, the flap of that envelope. So I've just got her in there. Big journaling card. And that's all that needed. Just so this, I wanted to make sure there was writing space in here. Here's another one of those cards. So stuck that in there. With a snippet on the front. The other side of that magazine. This is just like some Indian silk. I just love the colors. I love the poppies on the black. I added buttons to a lot of these. And then this is flocked. You know, it's real soft. And then it has a little card in it that has a little card in it. Let me see, I know it does come out. It has another little bird in there. That was fun. That was fun to do. Oh, going all over the place. And then a stamp there. And here's just a little pocket here. That's one of those altered flashcards. And this made a little booklet out of, I can't remember. I think it came off at Pinterest. Excuse me. And this is an altered Project Life card. And then some stamps on there. There's one of those labels I was talking about where I just printed over the labels and cut them out. That was really cool to do. And just an altered, it's probably, looks like a piece of cardstock. Oh, I know what this was. This was a journaling card that came with something. I've had it for a long time. I need to use it. Get that in there. Isn't that pretty? The lavender one. And then I love this too. That's one of those envelopes. Poppies are the booth flower for the month of August. Put that on there again. Looks like a mandala, doesn't it? And I made sure it showed right up in the middle of the picture there. There's the other side of the, this is when they go through the poppy field. And I didn't know this, but the only people, the lion, the dog, and Dorothy were the only ones that fell asleep. The Tin Man and the Scarecrow were with them, but they didn't fall asleep because only those that were technically alive, like dogs, animals, and humans, the poppy only affected them. So they were the only ones that fell asleep. Because actually poppies were used as medicine, pain medication. We all know what you know, there's some things that can be made from poppies. But that's why they fell asleep, and the Scarecrow and the Tin Man didn't. And I didn't know that till I read that. I thought that was very interesting. This is a Helen Keller quote. The best and most beautiful things in the world cannot be seen or even touched. They must be felt with the heart. Oh my God. You know, she turned out to be such a brilliant woman. She changed a lot of lives, that woman did. And here we got a vellum pocket. Little altered tag here. And then dance. Just a altered Rolodex card with a little snippet on it. Oh, you got in there. And that's the end. So I'm gonna find a tie for it, but there's the That's about as close as she's gonna get. So it's got all kinds of pretties. I did a little little bow on the front. It's all packed down too, so it won't come loose. So this is my boho poppies, and it is for sale. I will note that, and also I will, if no one chooses to purchase it, it's going to go to Diane Shaw at my old barn door, and she'll put it in her Divine Consign store. So that's it. So thank you all for looking and listening, and it's good to be back. And if you enjoyed this, please like and subscribe. Or if you don't want to like, that's okay. I'm cool with that. But if you want to subscribe, because I also do tutorials and show my journals, I would love for you to do that. And if you want to comment, that'd be awesome. I like hearing from people. So take care. God bless.